Teddy, episode 8. I'm so hyped, and it's good
Let's
seeing you.
go. As we tried to film a few episodes in the last week or so at school, I think 2 or 3, and
we were cursed.
Every single time the camera would die or something. So,
And talk about worlds colliding. Teddy is in 90 degree, 80 degree, I don't know weather, Florida. And I wish I could show you right now. We had a big blizzard here in Bismarck, North Dakota, of all places. And worlds colliding. I mean, we meet Syracuse where it snows, hasn't much yet, but then we go back to vacation and you're having a good time golfing. I'm having a good time driving and drifting in snow for fun with my friends. I guess that's kind of what you do.
Yeah, I came here and the first thing I did is I looked at my mom, and I might have said this to you. I know I said it to Richie. I was like, I don't want to go back. I was like, I love that. I was like, I love all you guys, but like, this is going to be really hard to fly back into Syracuse right now. Just being here. Like, I mean, you can just walk outside in a bathing suit and a short sleeve shirt and like walk to the beach and stuff. But, yeah, so I'm thrilled to be here. And I mean, maybe we'll get a city meetup. I don't know if you'll be anywhere near this break, but our school got pushed back, obviously a week.
Yep.
Right. So
hopefully it stays a week, or else I do not want to do virtual.
Yeah,
but
I don't,
especially like going back for the basketball games and just, I don't know. Don't want to go through the COVID shit again.
No.
But
that would not be fun.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. Oh yeah, like we said, we've tried to get together and do a Zoom episode like we're doing right now, but haven't been able to. We finally found the time, and we're ready for episode 8.
Ready to go.
Let's do this thing.
Absolutely.
So I was at the Vikings Rams game, sadly, and I thank God my expectations were low, because I would have been very upset if we would have lost. If I was like, had high expectations, and I was like, you know what, Vikings are going to go in, they're going to win this game. But I didn't have those expectations. And the Vikings played that game exactly how I thought it would. There were 3 plays during that game that costed them it. Well, first of all, when they got the ball, they couldn't drive down score. They had to pick it off from Matt Stafford 3 times to get good field position to put any points on the board. And to not capitalize those field goals into touchdowns costed them the game. In the 4th quarter, they threw a check down to Cooper Kupp, and he was near the sideline. He didn't step out of bounds. He was fighting for more yards. His legs were moving, and they called the play dead after he fumbled. Cam Dantzler knocked it out. They called the play dead.
And that's not reviewable, right? Because it's forward progress. So they can't review that.
Right. Mike Zimmer challenged. They're like, it's not reviewable. I've heard the stadium louder once before during the Minneapolis Miracle.
Yeah. But
I was in that stadium and there were some swear words yelling out behind me and in front of me. And I mean, it was like electric. Like the fact that this ref called it dead after he fucking fumbled was just mind-boggling. And that changed the game. I don't know if the Vikings would have won with that play call, but it definitely changed the course of it.
So the forward progress thing is always a weird one, because I'm sure you've been on both sides of it. I know I personally have, where they have blown someone dead down and the guy fumbles and you're like, what the hell are you doing? Like, he's up, like the play's still going. Then there was also, I want to say, either in what game could it have been in? Either in the Dolphins game this year, maybe it was the Cowboys with Zeke, or it could have even been the Buccaneers with Leonard Fournette. Maybe that was it, where Leonard Fournette got stood up on like the 5-yard line for like 3 seconds, no movement, just 3 seconds. And we're all like, and Bill Belichick screaming, blow it. Yeah. And then the entire offensive lineman comes and pushes it like a sled drill and whatever. So you're like, blow the fucking play dead. But I've also been on the exact same side as you, where it's like, they need I almost wish they had come up with a time increment in their head, like an official, like 2 seconds, no forward, 2 seconds with contact from a defender while not moving forward or obviously moving backwards, play dead. I feel like right now it's all super subjective. It's all up to the ref side because that's not a rule for the seconds or anything.
Right.
So I would love for them to do something about that because that's definitely frustrating. And the number one thing about the Vikings, I notice every game, which I told you this before, is the Vikings, if you watch the highlights of a game, if you're just getting, I follow a couple of highlights accounts that pretty much post like almost every touchdown turnover.
Right.
So every week it looks like the Vikings should be winning 100-0 based on something cool Justin Jefferson does. Yeah. Anthony Barr, peanut
the
punching.
Talent that they have on,
and then you check the final score and they lose. What were you saying?
I was going to say the talent that they have on offense. And I mean, you name it, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, right there. You're like, all right,
oh, it's disgusting.
Offense. And then you go to the defense and you're like Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr, Harrison Smith, Danielle Hunter, who's out, Patrick Pearson, who's Elvis Prime. But you're like, God, they have some dudes. And it's just like, if they could.
What would Bill Belichick do with this team?
Take them to the Super Bowl.
I agree.
I rode down to the game with my cousin Pat, who's like a big Vikings fan. We were saying, who are a couple guys or coaches that could totally go back to when we had good teams? I mean, we've been to the playoffs the last however many years. Go back to our good teams, and who are some guys or coaches that could totally change the course of Vikings history? And I was saying, Bill Belichick, Russell Wilson, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, I was going to say
maybe a couple other quarterback. I mean, it's just crazy because the talent that they've had and how far they've gone in the playoffs just haven't been able to do it due to limiting of the coaching or the quarterback position has been.
Yeah, dude, Russell Wilson, is his contract up this year?
Yeah. Well, his thing with the Seahawks, I think he's gone. If Pete Carroll is still there, I think even regardless of whether they try and find him a new coach.
I don't hate Pete Carroll though, is the weird thing. Like people seem to be turning on Pete Carroll and they're having a bad year this year. And for some reason, what did they do last year? It's slipping my mind.
What's that?
What did they do last year? Why can't I remember? Right? I don't know. I know.
The playoffs.
Did they?
I want to say because Russell Wilson listed some top teams that I want to go to.
Yeah, I remember all the crazy stuff coming out this offseason.
Right.
Seahawks.
Can we come back to the coaching thing after?
Yeah.
Because I want to bring up something that's very important about coaching in the NFL. So I just want to say,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. They did go 12-4 last year. And let's see when they lost. They lost. It's not going to show me, but it looks like they went 12-4 last year.
Yeah.
And then they must have just blown it in the playoffs.
As long as you have Russell Wilson, and he was injured earlier this year, so you can't really look at him this year. But as long as you have Russell Wilson and Mike Tomlin and Bill Belichick, you're going to be think about, I want to finish the Vikings, but think about the Steelers this year, the dysfunction, the chaos that goes on, and look at their record shows why Mike Tomlin is so good. You've got Big Ben.
It's unreal. And
every time he gets pressured, you're like, oh God. And they're 7-7-1. Like you don't understand.
Are they 7-7-1? I thought they're 8-7-1 now. Or maybe 7-8-1 maybe?
No, they're 7-7-1.
Yeah. So, and call me crazy, Bill Belichick has done a masterful job. We're gonna get into the Pats later in a couple minutes. But I almost think what he did with Cam Newton as a starting quarterback last year, going 7-9 with Cam Newton, who we're all watching play, and I wish nothing but the best for him. But the guy's, unfortunately, it looks like his best days are behind him.
Yeah. And
I think that's as impressive of a coaching job as, he's the coach of the year favorite last time I checked on sports betting sites. But that I think is the craziest shit ever. And Mike Tomlin he keeps some of these teams afloat that are just horrible, or not even horrible. Big Ben is just really not good. But
going back to you look at the playoff picture, and watching the Vikings all year. I mean, they had the Cincinnati Bengals. They were at their 20-yard line in overtime, ready to kick a field goal. Dalvin Cook gets screwed by the refs. They call fumble when there's pictures, there's evidence that he was clearly down.
Was he not down? Was he down?
He was down. That cost them the first game of the year. You go to the second game of the year. or third Wednesday versus second game versus the Cardinals. I mean, miss field goal for the win. Then the Cardinals get on a roll. You talk about the Lions being them at the last second. You talk about the Ravens. You're in the Ravens territory. Anthony Barr picks it off in overtime. You can't finish that game. The amount of close games, I mean, we've all heard it with the Vikings this year. They just can't do it. And then you look at the playoff picture and you're like, the Eagles are ahead of the Vikings, and I can't name a Pro Bowler on the Eagles. I can name a couple on the Vikings. And if the Vikings and Eagles played in neutral field, shit, give me the Vikings at the Eagles. I think the Vikings win on a good day. And the fact that they're not going to make the playoffs because they have to go into Green Bay next week at Lambeau this Sunday night. And we can split every year with them because we can beat them at home. We're not going into Lambeau this year.
Yeah, you remember I told you when you guys were going to win, you were like, call me crazy. And I was like, I knew it. But this might be a tough ask.
I mean, I didn't think we'd beat the Rams, but I was like, now the Eagles are ahead. I mean, the Saints last night 2 nights ago versus the Dolphins, like the fact that a couple things have gone wrong. And honestly, we're not going to make the playoffs and Mike Zimmer will be gone. And I'm happy and thankful for that. But it does just suck.
What are your next 2 games?
At Lambeau and then home against Chicago.
So you're going to win Chicago. You should. I mean,
Eagles. The thing is, the Eagles are going to lose to the Cowboys, I think, the last week of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Because
what's the Eagles' record right now?
They're 8-7.
And what are you guys?
7-8. They have Washington this week.
So they're the last seed in the playoffs. You guys are right behind them.
Yeah. But
I mean, you're not going to go into Lambeau and win, I don't think, because guys like Brady, Rodgers, even Mahomes now, obviously he's in that category now of the best of the best. Wilson, most years, they don't lose around this time. You know what I mean? It's a little bit, you're not going to get a fluke,
especially with how much they have to play for.
Game.
How much they have to play for number 1 seed with this new playoff format, and home field advantage so big.
Plus, it's also like these guys are good for a reason, and like it just starts to kick in as the year goes on. Like they just get better and better, and then they kind of know when it's crunch time. They've been doing it for a while, and so going in and beating A-Rod is going to be tough. Impossible, no, but these teams get hot. Like the Bucks lost obviously 2 weeks ago. It's just a weird game because the Saints and the Bucks like match up very oddly, and obviously every wide receiver in the world got hurt for them. And running back.
That is crazy. I was on Monday Night Football. They're listing off the Saints wins, and it's like the Patriots, the Bucks twice, and the Packers, and you're like, what? The Patriots, the Bucks twice, and the Packers with their quarterback. I mean, just chaos. Anyways, enough about. No one wants to hear about the shitty Vikings this year. I have to talk about them. We're moving into a team that is 9-5, correct?
6.
9-6. And to set the tone, I'm still high on the Patriots. Hey, besides sports betting, besides the fact that they've won me some money this year, I still like the Patriots this year. Especially, this is going to be my take before I give it off to Teddy. Give me Bill Belichick in a cold December game or January game, which there will be a January game for them. Give me Bill Belichick. Give me that defense. Give me that run game. I don't want to hear shit about Mac Jones. He can manage a game well enough to win a playoff game, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe the Super Bowl. Anyways, that defense with Bill Belichick and Mac Jones can get on a roll in a game. That's all I got to say. Off to Teddy.
Yeah. So obviously this team went from winning 7 straight, dropping the last 2. I think something that's very important to note, something everyone in the world is dealing with, whether you're a football team or not, is COVID. Obviously it's ripping through the NFL right now, all major sports like crazy. Yeah. So here's the thing about the New England Patriots. A team like the Buffalo Bills, who was without Cole Beasley, without Gabriel Davis, without a couple guys on defense. Obviously, Trey White got hurt a while back. But point being, got Josh Allen's superstar, Stephon Diggs superstar. And that literally won them the game because the Patriots need perfection. They need to go through. The Patriots will make sure that they are doing 2 things better than you. They will make sure that they have a better game plan than you, right?
Yep.
better game plan, you know, so that's including they're going to have a better week of practice. They're going to know you a whole lot better than you know them going into the game, just based on, you know, all coaches get the same film, but the way Bill Belichick breaks it down and gives it to his players, puts them in a position to succeed.
Perfect example for that. Look at Manna in the arena and what Bill Belichick does behind the scenes. I think that's great to understand like his coaching mentality and how Tom became Tom. Anyways, why he out coaches you and why he makes first rookie quarterbacks, second year quarterbacks look like shit.
Yeah. And so that's number one thing, right? And that's just something that they need to do. Number two is they don't commit mistakes, right? They don't make mistakes when it does come game day. If those two things happen, I think that, and part of perfect practice is injury report, right? I want to say we're 8-0 this year with a perfect injury report, because you're practicing, you're getting reps, and these guys aren't coming in on game day. I've learned as I've matured as a football fan how important a week of practice is going into a game. So they need a perfect week of practice with, you know, Kendrick Bourne, and these aren't excuses. The Bills are a more talented football team than us. So my point being in saying this is not to make an excuse, but I'm acknowledging the Bills have a higher almost threshold for kind of bullshit to go wrong, because they have explosive playmakers who can make anything happen on any given play. Josh Allen on 4th and 3 is making, of all guys, JC Jackson and Matthew Judon miss. Like, it's just, you know, and then he dumps it off to Diggs and things like that. So have the Patriots gotten more talented over the last 2 years? Brady's last year is right now with Hunter Henry. And, you know, it's like, I feel funny even saying Kendrick Bourne and Jacoby Myers, because these are kind of number 3 guys. I think Kendrick Bourne is probably a good number 2 somewhere.
And wait, I think we got to talk about like in our sports group chat with the guys on floor 10, we were talking about like Mac Jones, Tua kind of debate. I don't know how it came up between Mac and Tua, but I was saying, do you guys realize like Kendrick Bourne was a nobody until Mac Jones? Like, I'm not saying Mac Jones is a number one or Kendrick Bourne is a number 1 receiver, but what Mac Jones has made him and his progression through the year, not even Kendrick Bourne. Look at
do you want to hear something even funnier than Kendrick Bourne?
I mean, like, we were saying N'Keal Harry, his rookie and second year. We're like,
N'Keal Harry needs to get fucking cut. You just pissed me off saying his fucking name, dude. I have been in N'Keal Harry's boat forever. I've been saying, you know, the guy is an athletic.
Just wait. No.
I need my therapy on this.
He was just wait. He was a bust his first and second year, and this year he's like somewhat of a receiver. Do you get what I'm saying?
He's not somewhat of a receiver. He almost was. It kind of looked like it for a second. He got New England a little excited. Listen, if the guy was willing to catch 50 balls a year, and it's like, sure, are you a bust? Yes, but if it's not a total waste, 50 catches a year, yeah, it's not first round production, but we're still happy to have that, to the point where, yeah, we have the guy on our roster. It wasn't a wasted pick. It was just a bad value pick, right? But last week, the turning point of that game was when he gets the ball in his hands, he does some good things. The guy's an athletic freak. If you watch his college highlights, he moves like Tyreek Hill, and he's the size of freaking Calvin Johnson, right?
Perfect build.
Perfect build. He's the ideal wide receiver. He's built, you know, DK Metcalf. It's very similar. And the turning point in the game last week was, I want to say we were down 17-7. But it was fine. It didn't really feel like a 17-7 game because we were driving. It was just 17-10. They scored. We were coming back. It looked like we were about to make a 17-14, got a couple first downs. Mac Jones drops back and delivers a great ball, which we've seen him do in between that like 12 to 20 mark downfield, where he does put it on the receivers very, very well. N'Keal Harry runs a really nice route, uses his size, gets open right off his chest. And I'm just like, oh my God. Very next play, we target him again. He kind of alligator short arms his route. Somebody comes up, kind of decks him, ball goes flying, gets picked off. And I remember I looked at my brother and I go, I can only vouch for a guy so much. You know, you look at him in practice, right? You look at him in the preseason training camp, and you're like, you see him running the drills, and you're like, look, this guy looks like Megatron out there. Like, I can't wait to see him play. And then he goes out there, and he does the craziest shit. But I'm gonna just to finish on my Patriots thoughts so we can move forward. Go ahead.
I guess to be fair, like I was at the Vikings game when that game happened. Didn't see that happen. Before that, I was like, at least he had some production because they're calling him a bust his first 2 years.
Well,
And
in the Colts game, did you see that catch he had?
What?
You see the catch he had in the Colts game? Like the 60
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
That's what we all thought he was.
You see his potential. You see what he's got in store.
He's a jump ball receiver. He catches those, but I'm going to wrap up my Patriots thoughts so we can move forward.
Okay. I guess do you guys think you can win a playoff game?
Absolutely. And here's what I'm going to say. Give me 1 minute. To conclude on where I am with the Patriots right now, I think that the Patriots are a very solid football team. I think they're a top 10 football team in the NFL. But I think veterans come out around this time, right? Guys like Carson Wentz, who've been here. We went into Indy, and I'm going to finish this up quickly. We went into Indy with rookie quarterback, Damian Harris is out, rookie running back with Ramondre Stevenson.
Gosh, I forgot.
That's guys. So like, it was just like, you go up there.
Your identity is stolen once those two guys are out because you're run first team.
So we listen, and we didn't have Ramondre Stevenson this week, so we were strictly going with Brandon Bolden and whoever. We haven't been fully healthy, but listen, the reality of the situation is, do I hope we win a playoff game? Yes. Do I hope we make the playoffs, which we should if we don't absolutely blow the next 2 games?
Right.
Am I happy after last season drafting a rookie quarterback? You know, how hard is it to make the playoffs in the NFL? As a Vikings fan, how hard is it to make the playoffs?
To do it back-to-back year, or to do it year in, year out? Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to do. So if we do have a rookie quarterback who's going to put up some pretty serious numbers, pretty middle-of-the-pack numbers, which obviously is going to lead every rookie in numbers, and make the playoffs, maybe win a wild card, maybe not. Listen, it's been an awesome year. Am I writing us off? No. But I do understand, as a Tom Brady fan and as a Patriots fan for years, there was always the young guy, and we would make them look stupid after everyone hyped them up. Last thought, Chris Collinsworth has called 4 Super Bowls, all of which the Patriots have won, or 4, all of which the Patriots have won. So just something to keep in mind, or 4 Super Bowls that were in every single one, I think is what it was.
I think, to me, we'll wrap it up, but I think they're a dark horse. I think they can go into cold weather place like the Bills, like they did, given the conditions, obviously, of that first Bills game. But I think they can go into like a they wouldn't go into Baltimore, but I think like even going into the Chiefs, just their defense and their run game I think their defense and the run game keeps them in every game. I don't think they'll beat the Chiefs. I don't know if they'll beat the Bills again, but that's my opinion.
That's the thing. Fully healthy. I like fully healthy. It's not like, I don't think we have 0 chance.
Even the Titans, they went in there. I can't remember if that game was at home or not, but
it was in New England, but we blew those guys out.
Yeah.
So fully healthy, good practice, operating on all cylinders. Should we beat the Chiefs and the Bills? Probably not. Could we any given day? Absolutely. And I guess that's where we're ended with the Pats.
We kind of talked about how COVID took over, like the Patriots, the injuries, all that. Dude, this thing is like, we've already seen it with Syracuse University. They moved it back a week, but it looks like it's back. And the fact that, Carson Wentz just tested positive. And to me, my thing is, you're not required, you're not obligated to get a vaccination, but it's selfish not to. Because Carson Wentz, they changed the rules. I can't even follow what's going on with COVID in the NFL, but Carson Wentz may have just costed them the playoffs because he wasn't vaccinated, and they have to win one of these next 2 games. If they don't beat the Raiders this week, they have to play their last game. They have to win. And if you look back, if you don't make the playoffs, Colts, and you look back and you're like, well, Carson didn't play versus the Raiders because he got COVID, and that cost us the playoffs. Like, that is very frustrating. And we'll never ever bring up politics into this show, but to me, it's selfish, especially this late in the year and how important your games are. to not be vaccinated.
Yeah, I think
And we're seeing, I mean, even Dalvin Cook, him not playing versus the Rams and the Vikings not being able to establish a run game because he wasn't vaccinated was huge. Like that could have cost, you don't know how that game turns out if the Vikings have a run game with Dalvin Cook.
here's what I'll say. And I'll preface this by saying, obviously I'm vaccinated. Like COVID has affected my family. Like it's sure, like I've lost a loved one, as I'm sure like a lot of people have. I don't necessarily hate somebody for having their own ideology on it. And I am vaccinated. I have a booster and everything.
Me
I
neither.
understand because football players, everything they put into their body is like Tom Brady doesn't even eat,
Yes.
anything besides avocado ice cream. But like, so like I somewhat, there's a part of me, and Carson Wentz on a religious standpoint is, I know he's super religious.
Right.
There's a part of me who kind of gets it. And that kind of understands, yes, if these guys get sick, they will be completely fine. And then there is a part of me that is obviously like, just do it, right? It's a really complicated. You don't even, I'm vaccinated. Like, I don't wake up every day and feel vaccinated. I don't know the freaking difference, and you won't either. Like, it's not gonna disrupt you. So
And
do I like,
I'm not
do I
saying,
have like a
I'm not
burning
like,
hatred? No, but do I kind of like, just do it?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it.
that's kind of me. Like, I'm not like this guy, you just need to do it. But I'm more just like, will you save your team in the end?
Yeah.
I think so. And
Yeah.
honestly, like this close contact thing, doesn't matter if you get it or not. Like these players fight off COVID. Like it doesn't matter if you get it. Only for like now they changed the rule from like 10 days to 5 days. I don't know. This close contact thing is weird too. So it's like, whatever. However, I just want to say like the sports bank side of it where COVID is like taking out so many players and like watching the games without key players because of COVID. I think we just kind of had to bring that up, especially because I'll be talking about my week 17 picks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got a couple interesting ones in here. I love
how vulnerable those picks are because of COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Speaking of COVID, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're back. And that's a scary sight to see. Because Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes don't need to name any more players. And that defense looks dirty like they
Yeah,
have.
you gotta name the freaking defense because they kept them alive.
Frank
So
Clark,
they gave them, they
Tyrann
kind of threw them
Mathieu.
the lifeboat there for a little bit.
Yeah. Chiefs are back. Anything you
They
got?
never left, Max.
What's that?
They never left.
They never left.
Dropping a couple regular season games to me is like me and you both always, and Noah always were like, they're gonna be fine.
Teddy, when the media left, we stayed. Let's say that. When
And
the
I don't
media
think the real
left,
media
we
left.
stayed.
The real media didn't leave. Like I think like the actual NFL, former NFL players, like the real analysts didn't really leave. But like when it comes to like headlines on ESPN and like Molly on First Take, how are the Chiefs, blah blah blah. Like I think everyone kind of knew. At least the guys who I have some respect for weren't writing them off.
Like you think Mahomes was going to keep making the mistakes like he was making in the beginning of the year, and the defense.
I would need them to do that. What they did for about that 10-game stretch, I would need them to do that for 2 years. I would need them to do it this year, miss the playoffs, and do it next year for me to stop. Seriously. Because even if they did that this year, next year, I'd still go in and be like, yeah, they're going to be good.
Yeah.
But
when they went
get into your picks?
In the like middle of the year when they were last in the division, I went in and put money on them to win the division, and that looks pretty good.
The odds could still probably weren't that great for you though, right?
No, it's like plus 330. Dude, the fact that they were in last place and were plus 330, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shows how Vegas still had like a lot of faith in them.
And I'm surprised the odds were even that good.
Yeah.
I would have taken that.
Top 5 teams. Max goes first. You guys know Dak Prescott's my favorite quarterback. For not many reasons, but Dak Prescott's my favorite quarterback. Cowboys look good at home. On the road, I don't know if they can even win a playoff game. That team is scary on the road. Like they just don't look the same from what they play so well at home. Speaking of top 5 though, give me the Chiefs 1. Give me the Packers 2, just because I know what Aaron Rodgers does in the playoffs. Yes, it's because I shit on Aaron Rodgers, but he won't be around in February. We all know that. Give me the Cowboys 3. Give me the Bills 4. and 5, I'm up in the air right now.
You're forgetting a team.
I'm up in there between the Rams and the Bucks, and the AFC is just weird, but the Rams and the Bucks at that 5 position. The Rams just can't.
I'm sorry. Can you list off your first 4 again?
Yeah. So I got Chiefs 1,
Yeah.
2 Packers,
Mm-hmm.
3 Bills,
Mm-hmm.
4 Cowboys, and then 5, I'm between the Rams or Bucks.
Make a choice. Make a choice.
I'll go Rams because of their. Oh my God, not Tom Brady.
Trust the Rams. We trust the Rams more than the Buccaneers.
5, I'm going Bucks. Tom Brady. Give me Tom Brady over Matt Stafford, who threw
Yes.
3 picks versus they were secondary. The fact that the Vikings could beat the fucking Rams with 3 picks was frustrating. Give me the Bucks. Sorry. 6, I'll go Rams. 7, I'll go Colts. Whatever.
So
Patriots are up there in my top 10. Don't worry.
I know, right? It's unfortunate. A couple weeks ago, ESPN had us at but that just shows the sheep of the. I knew this when we were skyrocketing and everything.
What are your top?
Anyway, if I got to list my top 5,
That was off my head. Sorry, I struggled there a little bit, but
no,
those I think.
no, yeah, I'm going off the top 2, and I think it's honestly better this way because I'm really thinking it. But so here's the thing about the Bucks is, are you? This team's not healthy, and is Mike Evans? What's his status?
I think he had a minor injury. If not, it was like close.
Did he play last
contact
week?
with COVID. No.
Did he play last week?
No, but they looked really good with. I mean, it was versus the Panthers. Both Antonio Brown, who was, dude, Chris.
Oh my
Godwin's
God, Antonio Brown's back. Yeah, of course.
Godwin's gonna hurt them.
So Chris Godwin getting hurt is, as a Patriots fan, we always had a Gronk, right? In which this case I can relate it to the most is like a Mike Evans. And then we had a utility guy who wasn't necessarily always the flashiest plays, and it would be an Edelman or an Amendola. And those guys are so important because they move the chains. They do the things you don't see. And Chris Godwin was that guy for him. I mean, Chris Godwin was having an unbelievable year, the best year of his career, I think. And he really became Tom Brady's go-to guy. And in the red zone and big plays, Mike Evans would get them. And obviously Gronk still exists. But Chris Godwin, I think, is a huge loss. I think if Mike Evans or Chris Godwin had to go, I think Brady would say bye Mike and keep Chris because he throws the ball to Chris. I really do, because a healthy Gronk can somewhat really do a lot of what Mike Evans does. Chris Godwin is the perfect utility player. And then you have a healthy Antonio Brown. I think Brady's taking that over Mike Evans instead of Chris Godwin, because Chris Godwin statistically is this year, he's getting, and his yards per catch are I don't know this for a fact, but I would assume they're much lower than Mike Evans. He does the little things and he's really good, slant outs, things like that. Defense.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I read something that Chris Godwin will be back for playoffs, or is he out for the year?
He tore his ACL.
Okay. I thought I saw something where it's like the injury wasn't bad where he'll be out for the playoffs, but never mind. I didn't know that he tore his ACL. I just knew that he had a bad injury.
My dad just asked me, shooting the podcast.
What's that?
My dad just asked me if we're shooting the podcast.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I totally agree. I think Antonio Brown looked good when he was back with the Bucks. I don't think he can take the role that Chris Godwin has. However, they're in my top 5 because
I mean, look, I'm gonna just tell you what. I'm just gonna look at Chris's stats right now.
You just reminded me of a guy with 2 words. Actually, let's do 4 letters and 4 words.
Chris Godwin this year.
Greatest of all time. Tom Brady. Never counting him out. He's in my top 5.
Chris Godwin this year he got hurt in the beginning of the Saints game, I think, right? Through then, right? So that was through 14 games. 98 catches, 1,103 yards, 5 touchdowns. So, and I think that's more important to them than Mike Evans. Anyway, but let me get through my top 5. My point being is that does somewhat affect it. So I am going to go Chiefs 1. Okay. I'm going to go Bucks 2. I'm going to go Packers 3. And then on number 4, I'm somewhat split. And I might go, by the way, I was never high in the Cardinals. I said it a few times. I think without DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, they're a different team.
Who wasn't high on the Cardinals?
I wasn't. It's on video. It's on one of these podcasts. Remember, you were calling me crazy because it was when
No. We were both saying how we're not as high as everyone else on the Cardinals.
I don't know.
Because
I feel like I was
when
in
the
this boat
Vikings
alone.
shanked a
I was in
field
this
goal
boat
to
alone
lose
because
that
you called me
game.
crazy. Remember when I ranked them number like 7 or 8 in that one power rankings video we did because they're both hurt, and I was like, I need to see it. Remember, I told you I was like, I need to see them come back and be good. And you remember that?
Maybe, but dude.
Look at the receipts.
All right, we'll look at the.
All right.
Anyways, your
Anyway,
top 5.
so I'm
Chiefs
gonna go.
won, $2.
I am gonna go Chiefs 1, Buccaneers 2. I think they're on a collision course for the playoffs. Packers 3. I'm in a collision course for the Super Bowl again. Packers 3. I guess I don't believe in the Bucks though. I mean, not the Bucks. I don't believe in the Bills that much to do anything.
Yeah, it's scary.
But outside of those, I think if I could bet $100 on one of those 3 teams to win the Super Bowl versus the field, I would take those 3 teams. Would you?
Yes, 3 best quarterbacks.
And who were your 4 and 5 again? So you had the Bills. So maybe I'll go Bills 4.
I had
And
the Cowboys. I like them over the Rams, honestly.
I'll go Cowboys 4 and
Dude, that defense.
No, I'm gonna go Bills 4. I'm gonna go Bills 4. The defense is really good. I don't care. I'm going Bills 4. Geez. Bills, Cowboys, dude. Either I can't.
How are you putting the Bills in there as a Pats fan?
I can't go 4 and 5. I think they're a very good team. I think they're top 5 team in the league. I don't think they're. I would disagree with you wholeheartedly, putting them 2 slots above the Buccaneers. Like healthy operating Buccaneers team is like they're the only ones like. I don't think
because
with the Chiefs playing like this, I think they smoked the Bills.
I just think because all year I've been so high on the Bills when they were like really struggling. And so I think I just kind of have to stick with that. And my dad asked me my top 5 teams like around Christmas time. And I told him the Bills. He's like, "You're crazy." I'm like, just wait, because they haven't reached their potential. They're they're finally figuring it out, I think. And that team is too talented and too good to be what their record showed like in the last prior weeks. Those are our top 5 teams. Christmas Day, we had prime time. We had Aaron Rodgers versus Baker Mayfield. And the Browns are so loaded on offense and defense. If you just replace Baker with a different quarterback in that game who throws less than 4 picks, they win that game. They beat the Packers in Lambeau.
Here's what I'll say.
They're driving down with 2 minutes to win the game. And I looked over to my dad and said, they're not going to win because they have Baker Mayfield on their team. And they get down to the 50-yard line and Baker Mayfield throws a pick.
Here's what I'll say about Baker. I think Baker right now is not the best Baker. I think I'm not saying he's going to get back to where he was, but I think your Baker hate is valid at the moment. I don't think he was always this bad. I think he came in playing a little bit better than this his first year or 2. I really do. So you're right. Right now he sucks, and I don't think he's getting any better.
Do you think he's going to get a contract with the Browns? It's his year. It's his contract year.
What's this team's record right now?
7.
And they're on the outside looking in. I have the playoff thing right here. The Browns are the 12th seed in the AFC. Dude, the AFC is really good.
They are. I know.
AFC is good. Browns are 7-1 in the 12th seed.
They're deep. I know.
Anyway, they're 7-8. No, I don't think they do. I think
with all that talent, you're going to give Baker a contract with a losing record.
I think you draft. I really do. I think you draft because not this year. You can't draft. I don't know. Can you franchise him?
I think you go after. You throw everything at Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers, or I'm just trying to think of some of the free agent quarterbacks. But I don't know if drafting, because they're not going to have a good draft pick. And I don't like this quarterback.
And that's the thing, not this year. So you shouldn't draft a guy unless you love him. And you take him first round. And then when you pay a guy $4 million a year, who at times by his second and third year, if you get your guy, could be playing at an all pro or pro ball level, you have all this money that you're not paying your elite quarterback that you give to the defense, which is kind of what I'm hoping develops with Mac Jones here. He gets really pretty good, and we have a ton of money because he's on a rookie deal. And that's when Russell Wilson won his Super Bowl. I don't think Aaron Rodgers was getting a ton of money when he won his Super Bowl. So you see it happen a lot. Brady, the first part of the dynasty, was on his rookie deal. So when you have
Rookie
money
deal
going
is where
around,
that's where you get
huh?
done. Rookie deal is where you get done. Look at Mahomes before his massive
Yeah.
100 million con. Yeah, that's so true. All right, we got like 20 minutes because I do have to hit the road pretty soon. But
So you want to run through these and then do the quiz?
yeah, let's run. No, first, my MVP. I saw Cooper Cup in person, dude. Because there's not a guy who's like way ahead of the pack this year who hasn't like crowned it. And a wide receiver has never won MVP. Dude, Jonathan Taylor, Cooper Cup. This is the time where a running back or receiver could win it. And Cooper Cup, boy, he's so good. The Vikings actually limited him. Like, you look at the stats, you're like, Cooper Cup did very well.
As badly as I want to say Brady, I think I'm going to go with the Rodgers. Jonathan Taylor's up there. Healthy Derrick Henry, who I think would have actually won the award. I legitimately believe a healthy Derrick Henry would have won this year. The shit he was doing was absurd.
He was so dominant.
He's going to finish like top half the league in rushing yards anyway, and he hasn't played in forever.
Okay.
All right, so you want to move on to your picks?
Yeah, let's do my picks. Dude, like I said, COVID can ruin any of these freaking picks. Just because the Falcons statistically have a chance to make the playoffs, they won't. 14.5. What is that, Teddy? It's a lot of points.
Falcons plus 14.5 versus Bills.
That's a lot of points, especially because it's 14.5. Falcons aren't going to win this game. I like them 14.5 to cover. Ravens plus 3.5 versus the Rams if Lamar plays. He's questionable. If he plays, I like that. Giants plus 6 versus the Bears. Don't know why, just because the Bears fucking stink. Chiefs minus 5.5 versus the Bengals. I think the Bengals are like smoke and mirrors. They'll be really good because they're so talented.
Bengals went freaking ballistic.
Such good young talent. Give them a couple years. They're going to be really good. The Chiefs are going to go in.
I think the Chiefs smell a threat with this young team, so they might want to lay the hammer down.
Kind of. The Dolphins oh boy, I didn't bring this up. It was the first time I watched this Dolphins team in primetime this year. Yes, it was versus the Saints. Dude, I love watching that team. That defense is fucking good.
I hate watching the offense. I'm not gonna lie. In the past, but Jalen Waddle makes it a little easier to watch.
Yeah, Jalen Waddle is that whole offense, but they were fun to watch in primetime. I don't care if it was versus Ian Book. I think that defense they're nasty.
Yeah, opportunistic defense for sure.
Plus 3 versus the Titans because they have a chance to make the playoffs, so they'll go in. They'll play for something. Upset there. I think they'll win. Pats minus 15.5 versus the Jags. Dude, I don't even know what to do for that game. I just said Jags fucking suck. And Pats.
Yeah, that's the sort of team that the Patriots. I think the Patriots legitimately could beat the Jaguars by more than the Chiefs would be able to beat them by, strictly due to the coaching aspect and the defense. So the same way like we just go and beat the Jets 56-14. There's some matchups that we can exploit that are just so crazy. I like 15.5. It's a lot of fucking points.
Bucks minus 13 versus the Jets. Lock.
Yep, I took that as well this week. That's personal.
Eagles minus 4 versus Washington. Washington looks horrible. Chargers minus 5.5 versus Broncos. Revenge game after getting embarrassed by, a quarterback that my co-host is high on, Davis Mills. Give him a couple years in the league. And reason,
I said it weeks ago.
For that reason, Texans plus 12.5 versus the Niners. There's some quarterback not controversy. Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. He might not play. Texans play really good as underdogs. Do they not?
Who are they starting? Trey Lance?
I think so. Don't know. Anyways, Cowboys minus 4.5 versus the Cardinals because the Cardinals aren't that. Let's see what's here. Panthers plus 7 versus the Saints. Don't know why I did that.
Who's starting at quarterback for the Saints? Do we know?
No. Seahawks minus 6.5 versus the Lions. Don't really care about that game. Vikings plus 7 versus the Packers because they're in every game and they play up to their competition. They'll keep it close. They won't win. Steelers plus 3 versus the Browns. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season, Teddy. He's not going to have a losing season.
Happen.
That wraps up the picks.
All right, yeah.
So we got a little game quiz thing.
All right. So
we probably got some fans out there that are like, do these guys really know their fucking sports? Do they really know what they're talking about? And I don't know. Do we, Teddy?
You're gonna have to help me here on the baseball. So basically, I'm sure you guys have all seen this quiz. Pretty much, it's the big four sports teams. I mean, big four sports leagues in the United States. Naming as many teams as you can, as fast as you can. So that's what we're doing.
Can you give me 1 second?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got 12 minutes. NHL, we're kind of screwed. Anyways. All right.
All right. 12 minutes to go. All right. So
let's go by division. Let's start with AFC North. Browns.
Browns, Bengals, Steelers, Ravens. AFC East. Here, can you scroll down all the way so that way we can see the whole kind of thing?
Went there. Okay.
And I think you can scroll down a little more, right? I think there's.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now let's go AFC East. We got Bills, Pats, Dolphins,
Jets. So that's AFC East and AFC North. AFC Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers.
Wait, did I do Broncos?
I'm sorry to be annoying. Can you scroll down a tiny bit more? Because I think there is. Oh, fuck. Wait. Is there a way to fit it all or no?
No, it just barely missed. Oh, yeah, right here. All right.
Oh, perfect.
AFC South. We got Jaguars.
Wait, did we do the entire?
Yeah, we got Jaguars, Colts, Titans.
Oh, I always forget the Jags. So Jags, Colts, Titans, Texans. That's not how you spell Texans.
Anyways,
AFC. What are we missing?
AFC North, Vikings.
NFC North. You mean
Lions.
Packers.
AFC South, we got Saints.
You have Bears.
Falcons. Bucks.
This guy's not even letting me do anything. I'm sitting back here.
Bears. I did Bears.
Yeah, you did Bears. And then we have. So then let's go.
NFC East.
So then let's go Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. Who am I forgetting? 49ers. And then NFC East, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles. Yeah, I just typed in WFT, I think works. Okay, and then Eagles, do you put in?
All right, NFL's done. MLB.
Do you want to go right to NBA and see how quickly we can do it?
Yeah,
or no?
Let's do. All right, just name off teams, and then I'll help wherever you don't get.
I know this one's going to be a little bit more difficult for me. And I am a basketball fan, but anyway, Celtics. So I'm going to start with.
Hey, in case you guys don't know, we're Celtics fans, both of us.
We are. Celtics, Knicks, Raptors, Nets.
I think that's like our division.
Yeah.
We'll
let's go.
Pacers,
Lakers. Hawks, Bucks, Heat, Magic, Cavs.
We're trying to do the East.
Trailblazers. Oh, sorry. So these are, yeah. Wizards. He did Wizards. Hornets. And then
should we move to the West? We'll come back.
Some West teams. Warriors, Rockets, Grizzlies,
Mavericks.
Did we do Pistons?
Nope.
So it is in alphabetical order too, which can help us think, I guess.
Oh, Timberwolves. All right. I'm kind of wait.
It feels like it should be so easy, but it's like
Thunder.
I
I thought I did Warriors. Why didn't this pop up?
Grizzlies. Oh, you did them.
Oh,
You did the Warriors.
oh, I did. Okay. What are the teams in? Oh, Kings, the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, Kings. I don't know what the national average is. It'll tell us after this, but we just have to beat it. Kings. We can only afford. Do you want to spend 30 more seconds here?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back if we remember any. Kings. Holy shit! Why can't I remember any of these fucking teams? So wait, California teams, right? So Los Angeles Lakers, Warriors, Kings. Okay.
Let's go by like state.
Yeah, New
What
York
about
team,
Arizona? Oh, the Suns.
Arizona Suns.
What about
Nice.
Texas? We did Houston, the Mavericks,
Did we do
Oklahoma.
Mavs?
We did Oklahoma. Yeah, we did Mavericks. Nothing up.
20 more seconds. Let's do 20 more seconds. At 6 minutes, we'll switch. Orlando Magic. We did Raptors.
Did we do the Nets? Yeah. Oh, we did. Did we? Yeah.
Yeah, we did, I think.
All right, let's move on. MLB.
All right. MLB, this is gonna be hard for me. I mean, Yankees, Sox, Twins, Braves, Astros, Athletics, A's, you know what I mean? See, that was pretty good there for not a baseball guy, right?
That was pretty good. White Sox.
We play a lot of the show. Chicago White Sox, Cubs,
Padres.
Padres. We're doing pretty good here. I did this like 2 years ago, and I didn't even come close to what we're doing.
Detroit.
Tigers.
The Indians. Or now they're the Guardians. Oh boy.
I wonder what's gonna work. If it's okay, the Guardians.
All right, I just did like the Twins division. Oh, we got Blue Jays.
Orioles. Orioles. No, it's E. It's Orielles.
Wait.
No, what the fuck am I talking about? Orioles. What are we talking about?
There we go.
So what team starts with an A? Anaheim. No, Angels? No.
Yes, Angels.
No, it's not. What's the California teams?
So California. Oh, Dodgers. Giants. Whoa.
They came in for the football.
Right. Let's do the. God, I don't know why. Let's just jump around.
And then,
Nationals.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go one more minute and then maybe go to NHL.
Phillies. Just wait. I'm gonna remember a lot.
You did Astros, obviously.
Nope.
You didn't? You did Blue Jays, right?
Trying to think of the Texas team. The Texas Rangers.
Texas
The
Rangers.
Astros.
Houston Astros.
Well, Florida. Oh, the Marlins.
Marlins, Mariners.
I did Mariners. Wait, did I do Mariners? Yeah. Okay. Are there any?
We actually did better on this so far than we did on the NBA, I think. Kind of similar.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna make me so mad though. Bro, NHL. I don't know. Let's do Blackhawks.
I say we spend 20 more seconds on MLB / NBA if we can remember it, and then 3 minutes on it. I mean, 3 minutes. Or no, let's do 30 more seconds MLB, NBA, last 2.5 minutes NHL.
Okay.
So at 2:30 we'll switch off. All right, MLB. Can we even fucking think of the name? Well, it's an alphabetical order. So what team starts with an A? City starts with an A. Anaheim is not they don't do that, right?
No.
It used to be that. I thought it was something for a while. The Cardinal. Oh, they already put that in.
Oh no, I didn't. Oh yeah.
No, but you did it for the NFL. It goes in both.
Same.
Is there a number team? Oh, 76ers for NBA.
Wait, Arizona Diamondbacks.
Did you do 76ers for the NBA?
Nope. I don't know how we missed that one.
Diamondbacks, you did that?
I think so. Wait.
Milwaukee Brewers?
There we go.
Brewers? All right, we got to go to NHL because it's going to take us a while anyway.
Yeah. Okay, Islanders, Rangers. Oh, that put in.
Bruins,
Kings, Los Angeles Kings. Oh, that went.
Devils.
Wait,
You do Bruins and Devils?
Bruins.
Maybe lower it again so we can see all of them.
Oh, yeah. Bruins,
Devils.
Oh,
Panthers.
Coyotes.
Oh, Panthers already in there. Coyotes, Kraken, Seattle Kraken, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea that's how you spell that.
Oh,
I want 7. I need 100. I need 100. We need 6 more for me to be like somewhat satisfied with this.
All right. The Islanders, Blackhawks, King. Oh, the Blues, the Lightning,
Penguins.
Penguins, Detroit Red Wings. I did them. Oh no, I didn't. All right. What about like some Texas teams? Are there any Texas teams? Oh, the Dallas Stars.
Dallas Stars.
Are there any Cali teams? There's got to be Cali teams. Oh, the LA Kings. Oh, Las Vegas Knights. What'd you say?
The Ducks. No.
Wait, why isn't Las Vegas Knights popping in?
Golden Knights.
Oh, Golden Knights.
100, baby. Let's go. I bet we smashed its average, by the way.
Yo, it's gonna make me so mad about the NBA and MLB though.
It's gonna fill it in for us in 15 seconds. We're gonna forget some of the stupidest teams ever.
All right.
I guess we'll accept defeat here. Not defeat. That was good.
Wasn't bad. The Bulls, the Clippers, the Spurs, the Jazz, the
Wait a
Rockies, the Royals, the Mets. Okay.
Rockies, Royals. Oh, how the fuck do we say the Mets, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Rays? San Antonio Spurs, Jazz, Clippers, Bulls.
Oh, Washington Capitals. That's what makes me mad.
Buffalo Sabres, the Flames. I would have never said. The Hurricanes. I would have never said. The Avalanche. I would have never thought of. Blue
right.
Jackets. Wait, go up. Wait, don't refresh. Go up for a sec. Scroll up. Wait, go down.
Average score is 79.
I don't believe that for a second. We beat it still, but I still don't believe the average.
Dude, that's crazy. I don't know how it's 79. All right, let's college football playoffs in 2 days. The Alabama Crimson Tide are back. Bryce Young takes on Cincinnati, who is looking to change the narrative about the 4-team playoff format. Would you say, Teddy? The Cincinnati Bearcats are looking to say,
listen, it would be something. Keep it within 15 points, though. I think is what they need to do for it to be.
What's that?
Keep it a 2-possession game for
possession game.
Them to put one of these teams ever back in it.
And then
if they look the part, that's good. It's fun.
Michigan, Georgia, 2 great defenses. I think they actually are very similar teams. Georgia's off. Like, I like McNamara more than I do Stetson Bennett, but I think Georgia's defense I think they'll kind of take over at the end of the game, and their run game. I think Georgia and Alabama will meet again. Honestly, I love Michigan, like Harbaugh. You guys know how much I love Michigan, Harbaugh, but Georgia.
I'm not a Harbaugh Michigan necessarily fan, but you did your job. You made it here. You have to, right. So I'm happy for him. I think Alabama and Georgia are on a crash course. They have been all year.
Exactly. Anything you want? I mean, NFL playoffs coming up, and hopefully we'll try and find a time to get another podcast out, especially because our break got extended. We can do another Zoom, but before the playoffs start, wild card weekend. Good luck to the Pats. Vikings.
Good luck to the Vikings.
You're not going to make the playoffs, but I guess there's hope, and we're praying. I might go to Lambeau. I might drive to Lambeau with one of my friends.
Lambeau's awesome. Have you been?
I haven't.
It's really freaking cool. It's a stadium I want to go to. Do we have anything else? So yeah, we're gonna start trying to push these out. I mean, after Monday, we're gonna have a lot to talk about. I was 5-7 at one point in my fantasy league. Won my last 2 games of the regular season, got in as the final seed. This is just a quick little story I think is funny. And the top 3 seeds are all the Bylans, right? I have friends. One is a grade younger than me, one's my grade, and one's a grade older than me. And this kid, Miles Bylan, has won fantasy football league. He's a year older than us. He's won fantasy football league for the past 3 years, and it's a $600 payout in this league. Okay. So he's won the last 3 years. Anyway, I sneak into the playoffs. I play Harry Bylan first round, which is the one younger than me. And he was the number 3 seed. I snuck in as the last seed, beat him 105 to like 97. Next round, I take on the number 2 seed in the entire thing. Keep in mind, I'm like the 6th seed. I take on the number 2 seed. I beat him, and he's won the league for the last 3 years. So everyone was happy with me. Everyone was like sending jokes, like, hair down the wall. No, so that was the conference finals. I beat the first. Yeah. I beat Harry Bylan, played his older brother Miles Bylan, beat him, and he's won the league 3 years in a row. I'm the first one to beat him in the playoffs in the last 3 years. Now I'm playing Gus Bylan in the finals for $550 because $50 goes back to the second place. So, dude, I could beat all 3. It's funny. All 3 of my friends, all 3 brothers in my playoff run as the final seed, as the 3, 2, and 1 seed. So it would be unreal. One of my leagues at Syracuse, I'm also about to win as well. And then another league at Syracuse I'm about to lose. So hypothetically, I'm pretty confident I'm about to win this one Syracuse league, the BBB league. And I screwed up our league. I didn't screw it up. Derrick Henry did. And I'm in the finals of my other one. So I'll keep you guys updated, but we'll have a lot to talk about on Monday.
$550 online. Teddy, great seeing you. Great talking sports with you. Forte is back. Don't think we ever fucking left. Hopefully can do another podcast episode soon. Enjoy Florida. Don't be posting shit on your story now, or just mute me so that I don't get too jealous. Cause I wonder if I could, no, I don't want to show you on my computer, but it has been snowing every fucking day. And I'm going back to Syracuse where it's going to snow even more. So my break.
Dude, get out, get somewhere warm.
Hey, I'm going to Arizona on next week, Wednesday though, to go golf. So
yeah, Arizona's freaking beautiful.
I'll break there. I'll let you guys know if I go to Lambeau. Maybe.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean, we're going to do another episode soon.
Great seeing you. Episode 8, floor 10 out. Peace.